What's good, y'all? This is Nick Beam. We're live at Translation, powered by Translation Media. Special edition, special location. I'm with my co-host.
This is Kurt, man, the light-skinned wonder. We got a good episode today, man. So nice we had to do it twice. We got Seattle in the building.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling?
Man,
Good,
we doing
man.
good. We doing good. How you doing?
Great. I'm glad to be back.
You high right now?
Yeah, a little bit. How to get right now. How to get right.
Do you ever get nervous? Yeah, we had to bring Seattle back, but we in a secret location. We just had the pleasure of having a very thorough and dope visit and, you know, a tour of the lovely Jardin campus.
You ain't got these credentials. You don't know what y'all doing, man.
Yeah, don't show them. Yeah, put that down. Yeah, we got blessed with a thorough tour of Jardin's campus, and
Yes,
you know, really just picking up where we left off from our previous interview with Seattle and BA. We wanted to go ahead and continue the conversation because we left some shit on the table that we didn't get a chance to address.
It was a great episode, and we just had to keep it going.
Man, great episode. So nice we had to do it twice, like we said, man.
Yeah.
But you got other things popping and brewing in your pot. So what you got to tell us about a little bit more about what you got going on?
Just a little something. I manage some local artists here in Vegas. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're building a little collective. We got producers, engineers, songwriters, singers, rappers, so it's just bringing everybody together. I feel like music is a form of expression and therapy, and sometimes it's hard for people to do that, you know what I'm saying? So they're really just my friends, and they're talented, so why not put us all together and do something,
Absolutely.
And
We
put a
got
message out there.
we got the majority of them in the room,
Yeah,
right?
we got my main ones in the room right now.
Yeah, shout them out. Who in the room?
We got Silk, and then we got G-Nutty in the building.
What's up, Silk? What's up, G-Nutty?
G-Nutty, what's good?
Okay.
Yeah, they over there high in the corner too. Look, slumped on the couch and shit.
Yeah, first hand and second hand contact.
That's
It's
what
a
happened
little
when you got
cloudy
the
here.
Jardin. We working on this sponsorship here over at Jardin, but also we want to give a shout out to Meta H2O, man, one of the best alkaline waters in the building right now. So y'all got to tune in and tap into the Meta Alkaline.
Facts, and shout out to Grower Circle, of course, always providing us with the best flour in the city. You feel me? Best product. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we in one of the best, if not, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We in the best dispensary in Las Vegas.
Actually, in the
country.
country.
In the country.
Yeah,
And in the country.
yeah.
And in the country. I was getting there. We got the award. We saw the awards.
All the crystals.
Oh, yeah. We had to let them know where we at and where we going. So, yeah, with the best in Las Vegas, in the country. We trying to take over the world. And, and it takes opportunities like this. It's one seed at a time. And that was a little pun right there.
Yeah.
One seed.
Yeah,
You saw what
plant
I
the
did
seed,
right there.
know?
So, yeah, we wanted to continue the conversation with you, Seattle. You're doing a lot of things. You wear a lot of hats. You're a fellow Swiss Army knife. I love that about you. Kurt knows I like to use that phrase quite a bit.
Swiss Army knife, motherfucker.
But yeah, we left one pertinent piece of information off the table: your artist management experience. So you're from the Bay, you come into Vegas. We want to walk through the storyline, and how or the timeline of how you got into this space and started developing artists and managing artists.
Honestly, it kind of just happened naturally. I grew up around a lot of music, like I said before, and my father used to throw some of the biggest raves in the Bay Area: funky, techno, tribe, organic. So I grew up around a lot of the house music scene. But prior to that, they were doing hip hop shows. They did like Rock the Bells. They had little booths there. They helped used to activate, get artists on stage. So I kind of just grew up around it, and I've always had a passion for music. And then I got to a point where I started DJing. I started mixing, making my own stuff at 15, sampling. I learned how to mix on vinyls when I was young. Like we had to set up at the crib, and I just play around with them. And eventually, over time, it was my form of therapy too. I wasn't in school because of medical conditions, and that was my outlet. So I just started playing around with music and different genres outside of house music, outside of EDM. And kind of just putting R&B, hip-hop, all that together. Like, we was over here rapping Biggie. That's my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Sound check.
Yeah, and so I kind of just started with that. I did my own thing, DJing around the world, around the country for a little bit. And then I kind of just started my venture in cannabis. And cannabis and music go hand in hand, I worked for Cookies for a good amount of time. And our CEO of Cookies is Burner. And, he's also a rapper and an artist. So that kind of inspired me. Like, damn, he does both. And, like, it heals him, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of just came together. I met Silk working at Cookies on the Strip together. We opened that store up. He's part of the OG team. And it got to the point where we'd be kicking into the car on our lunch break, smoking, and then we're just listening to beats. And then he's over here freestyling. And then all of a sudden he comes and hits some like little harmony. I'm like, bro, you can sing? Like, what's going on? And I was like, bro, go home and record something on your phone. Like, you got to start recording this. Because it was like a consistent thing, like every week. And he came back to me and he was like, bro, this is what I record. I was like, bro, we got to get you in the studio. Like, we need to hear this shit live in action. And it just started with that. And then we started meeting more people like G-Nutty. We met him. He was our first engineer for one of the tracks that we recorded. And then after that, it just all kind of came together. And I just told everybody, hey, come to the studio, hang out. And then I got my boy IV too. He makes music, and I was like, hey, come take it in the studio. And then same thing, I was like, get your ass in the booth too. And then we just kind of created this collective, and we come out together, we pop out, support all the events, you know, and just kind of be there in the community. And that was pretty much it. That's how we got here.
Word.
You know?
Okay. Well, that's a bar right there. It's a heavy bar. It's a vibe. So you got Silk, and you got him encouraged and inspired by making his music. We got Silk in the building, obviously, so we're gonna hear a little bit more about his experience in music and how he got to this space. But so you put this collective together, and you're doing these creative sessions. Are you doing them out of a studio? Is this like a personal studio? Like how does this all come into fruition?
Majority's out the studio. We usually are at one main studio that G-Nutty is at, and then there's other ones that we book, you know, for other things. I also have another artist, Kate08. She does more pop R&B, and again, like she was posting on Instagram, like, oh, like just singing, and I was like, girl, let's come to the studio session, come hang out, hop in the booth, same thing. And now she's dropping music. She got features with Ivy and Silk, now streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, all that too. Okay. So yeah, you know, we just hop around, and it's all about just like, I feel like the environment you're in, you know, we can be in the same studio doing the same thing every time, but we're out here, we be kicking it, listening to beats, and like inspiration comes, and then we go in the studio and record it. Or we're at the studio just kicking it, smoking hookah, drinking, listening to some beats, and then we all just get in the booth and just have fun, you know? Word.
So. Well, with that being said, I mean, we got Silk in the building. He's sitting in the first seat. Go ahead and hop in the hot seat, man. Come vibe out with us.
Come on, big sexy.
Go. Silky smooth.
Let's give a round of applause for Silk in the building.
Yeah, BZ snuck in too. You know, BZ ain't low. She's going to try to slide in.
It's a family affair up in here today.
Yeah. So we got Silk in the building, man.
What's going on?
Silk was good.
How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man. How about yourself? How you feel?
Good, man. Living life.
Okay. So you know, I got a little bit of the gist. We did a little bit of homework on you. Yeah. So before music, or maybe you were doing music at the same time, but this is your opportunity to explain it.
Yeah.
You was rocking. You took over UNLV's campus, huh? You was doing parties and things like that. Yeah. So you're a social butterfly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was
been quiet as hell up in here.
I'm a little observant. I like to fill out the scene first, but y'all cool people for sure. Y'all cool people for sure.
Likewise.
But yeah, when I was at UNLV, I joined a fraternity. I'm part of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So
one time.
Factuals, but yeah, I was doing my thing over there. And then while I was at UNLV, that's when I joined the cannabis industry. Okay. And then I went to Essence, and that's where I met Seattle.
Word.
And she's speaking real spill. Like, I never started singing before me and her were freestyling in the car. So that's what started off the journey with me. She really pushed me, and I was just like, F it, let me full throttle and just go at it. And
so wait a minute. So before that, there was nothing that was driving you to do music before that.
Was you in the choir at school?
No, I mean, I feel like everybody had that experience, you know. Everybody rapping, you know, with the homies, and everybody singing with the homies. Well, not really singing, but with Seattle, like, that's when I got in my singing bag more than my rapping bag. Because, you know, I used to be rapping and stuff, of course. But yeah, that singing bag I really got with Seattle. Like,
I was in show choir when I was in high school.
Oh, where?
Yeah. So don't be afraid to tell your show choir story. I was in the second high. I was doing the spirit fingers and everything. But I was a little hooper though. So, you know, I used to get the class in trouble because I was in there cracking jokes because I didn't really care. It was an easy A for me.
Yeah.
But I really could harmonize because singing's in our family, but it wasn't my interest.
Oh, damn.
So I was just really trying to get that easy A. But I kept up from going to, like, you know, a theme park called, you know, Kings Island.
Kings Island, yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to Kings Island and perform, and I kept the whole class because I kept getting the class in trouble. So,
so what you saying is you got an R&B album somewhere?
I could have been Chris Breezy before Chris Breezy.
You the dance moves too?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't doing it.
So Silk. So you saying Seattle really encouraged you to really start doing music?
Yeah, for real. Like, really hopping in the studio. Like, my first studio session ever was with G-Nutty and with Seattle. So,
wow.
Like, actual in the studio, because before that, you know, I had the laptop, I had GarageBand, but, you know, it isn't the best quality per se, you know what I mean? So, like, my first official studio session was with G-Nutty, and ever since then, I never switched up. G-Nutty was the only producer I ever produced with, and he got me right.
Shout out to G-Nutty in the background, man. Trying to pull it together. You know, Jardin and Cookies got the wonderful product. The Grower Circles got everybody lit. But okay, so you become encouraged to make music with Seattle. Your first session is with G-Nutty.
Yeah.
And then boom, that just got you going, huh?
That got me where I needed to go. That was the confidence that I needed. I had my people behind me. I met new people that was supporting me, that told me they were feeling my shit. So I was like, let me go at it. Let me just.
Man, I want to applaud that, man.
Yeah,
anybody want to step out on faith and do a new endeavor like that, man. We always applaud that.
Appreciate
translation, man. That
Appreciate
was good.
you.
So what projects are you working on right now? What is the mixtape dropping? What we gonna do?
Yeah, what we doing? Yeah, we doing.
We gotta have something. What we gonna do?
I had my first mixtape drop in 2024, June 13th. The Metal Mixtape 1, and it was like a small little EP. It wasn't really a mixtape. Only had like 5 songs, but this next one I'm gonna be dropping another like actual mixtape with like 10 songs on it. So it's a little bit more verse where I'm rapping, I'm singing, and I got a few people on there as well. So it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
You got our support, man. We was jamming out to, obviously the studio session before we cut the cameras and sound on. So we got an idea what you sound like. And you have any other inspirations or anything like that? Does any other artists inspire you in your sound?
For sure. Like The Weeknd, of course, that's like my number one. I've always loved The Weeknd from when I was young. Just not only because he's an artist, but he's also somebody that comes from a similar background as me. So that's definitely somebody I've always looked up to. Joey Badass, that's another person that I've always his spoken word, the way he could play with words, that's always something I idolize. So people like that, Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, those are the people on the singing tip. Lucky V's, that's somebody that's like more on the new age side that I rock with tough. So it's like I pull inspirations from different people, different genres too. Like Paramore, I think Haley's one of the hardest artists ever lived.
Yeah.
So yeah, different people.
Okay, that's fire. Yeah, I mean it's always good to have a good combination of inspiration to create your sound.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Well, again, we have you have our support. More than anything, tell the people where we can find you.
Oh man, all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok. You can find me at SI1K4REAL. Silk for real. Okay. Please show some support.
For real. Tune in, tap in.
Okay. Yeah, for sure, man.
No doubt. Platforms coming on for sure.
Yeah. So that's dope. So you get him inspired to start making music, right? And then you bring all these guys together.
Like singing too, though. You brought him out of the singing shell too.
Yeah. You're drawing creativity out of people that didn't realize they have it. I think that's super, admirable.
Thank you.
And you getting all these guys in the studio together. You just literally, like again, we're having this conversation off camera. You're just telling them to pull up.
Yeah.
They not even preparing them, prepping them or nothing.
No.
Just pull up, right? And you just had this jam session.
Yeah.
So you actually need to coin that. You need to start just doing Seattle's jam sessions.
Do something like that. We should. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, you said you already do it for your birthday.
I mean, yeah, we did. We did do a little session.
Yeah,
and that's really what it is. We
gotta
should
be a regular bean now.
Yeah, it should.
Okay, perfect. So we got Silk inspired. Now he's doing music, right?
Mm-hmm.
He comes over to the studio. G-Nutty's in the studio.
Yep.
Now, at this moment, G-Nutty's an engineer and a producer.
Correct.
Or is he both or one first?
He does both. At the time, though, he was engineering.
Okay, perfect. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring G-Nutty up to the hot seat.
Hey.
That's young blood right there, man.
This motherfucker high right now.
That's okay. We ain't gonna judge you. We in Jardin. We ain't judging nobody in Jardin.
We gonna pump infuse it.
Listen, he better than us because we avoided the smoke.
You feel me? I ducked all that smoke.
I'll be good.
So, all right, so perfect. So we got Silk inspired to make music. You bring Silk to the studio. Now there's G-Nutty. G-Nutty's producing and engineering, and then boom. How did you make your splash into actually being a musician? Was it just like a natural thing? Like, where did all this start for you?
So the name came from, like, my dad gave me the name, G-Nutty. Him and his friends, I was just like, my name's Gio. And I was like a badass kid, so that just like G-Nutty just made sense. And then he was making beats at the time, so I was like rapping on him, right? But it never really came to like fruition until like Seattle like kind of started pushing me towards that, because I was really just like, I like sitting back and observing. I like being behind the scenes and shit. So I was cool with just being a producer. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with just making the beats, like just pushing the energy through, getting the energy I need to get out of the artist, right? And I just like leading the session in the way I need to lead them. You know what I'm saying? But because of her, like I got into my artist bag and shit. It was just always like, that's where the name came from. That's how the music started. But I was really producing, like I was focused on production and engineering, like for real, because that's just what it was, you know.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, so you said you were doing this production engineer thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pretty extensive resume. Pretty, yeah. Don't be modest. Don't be modest.
I
You want
don't
to
like,
shit,
yeah, I
bro.
don't like
Pop your
talking
shit.
about it too
Talk
much.
your
Like,
shit.
I'm very private, but like, yeah, I got Skipper the Flipper under my belt in the last couple years. I did something for the Joker on with Lady Gaga, Flash Gotti, Can. I've done sessions for who else? Go Grizz. I'm kind of going blank right now. Go Grizz. Lex Luger. I ran into a bunch of people too. I ran into like Ray J. I ran into like I just been CeeLo Green took me out for dinner one time. I just been in the space, but
networking.
Like, yeah. The placements, like, I don't really like talking about it too much,
fair.
but I do got a lot of.
I know the business and music can be a
you know
little
what I'm
challenging
saying?
with
Yeah,
placements and stuff like that.
You know?
But I did do my homework on it. I won't reveal the names, but it was very impressive. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I wanted to give you your flowers, man,
Yeah,
because
no, I appreciate it.
the music industry is very hard, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
and it's not, the gate isn't just open for anybody. So for you to actually have the opportunity to work with the people you've worked with, those we've had the pleasure of hearing the names of on the show, and then obviously the ones that we know off camera, I think it's pretty impressive. So you transition from producing to engineering for them, and then you start to make your own music.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think the last 6 to 8 months, I really started diving into artistry and like taking the artistry seriously. And then I started like producing at like 15. So I've been doing it for like 6, 7 years now. So I've been doing it for a minute, yeah.
No, you got a solid foundation, bump your heads a couple times, and then you move on to the next thing. So you graduating. That's what.
Yeah.
That's
How
what's
old are you,
important.
brother? Everybody know how old you are, man.
I'm 21 years old.
Yeah, just turned 21, y'all. Y'all hear that?
young
This kid,
boy.
he's hungry.
Yeah, like this year.
But you got the history to it, though. Like you
Yeah.
said, you know, a barber starts off somewhere, fucking up some heads, but at the same time, now you getting to where you're getting in your bag right now.
My dad's a barber, so you know.
Okay.
Like
No
a barber
I didn't even know
analogy.
that.
Barber analogy.
I compare engineering, like the engineering business, to barbering a lot, because it is like it's almost like you're slicing somebody's head up, but like in a different way, you know. So I try to treat it as like as such,
Right.
you know.
Now, a lot of people step out on faith, even with this podcast stuff, man. You know, we stopped out and I had a few bumps in the road. I stumble and bumble every now and then, but you keep going and progressing forward. So don't even be fearing. We're going to definitely push you and champion you, man, on your whole visit. I mean, on your whole journey.
Yeah.
So continue to do what you're doing, brother.
I appreciate you.
No,
So-
for sure.
So now my next question for you too is now that you're doing the music, what projects are you working on? Like, you got some stuff that we look forward to listening to and
Yeah,
hearing?
so right now I gotta push out a couple of singles first, because I don't have any music out as an artist as of now. So I gotta push out a couple of singles, but towards the end of the year, I got like 30, 40 songs already. So I got a couple of EPs or projects I can drop towards the end of the year.
Oh, so you're sitting on some.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
That's the goal. I'm trying to get like an influx of music before, so I have options. I'm not really like feeling like I got to drop something. You know what I'm saying? I got shit in the vault
stash.
ready. You know what I'm saying?
Are you one of those artists that create something and then overthink it and then throw it away? Because you don't like it anymore, or, you know?
Don't worry about that. Somebody in this room do the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
That's why I asked.
think, you know,
That's why I asked. That's why I asked. Fellow creative understands your pain, man.
I think every artist is their worst enemy in terms of like, you know what you want to hear and you're not achieving that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all struggle with that, but I also like to make the shit, sit on it, and then once I come back a couple of weeks later, I have a new ear. You know what I'm saying? Then the music kind of matures itself, because the first idea is just like the first idea. You know, once the idea matures, that's when you start getting the art, you know, the true art out of the thing.
There you go. Every mad scientist has their method, man. So definitely, man,
Trust
continue
me.
to do it. But
I
definitely,
understand.
you know, you got to put people behind you, like Seattle. That's
Yeah.
gonna push you. Looks like I push Nick.
Thanks.
You got a lot of creative mind. He's a very creative individual, and I definitely be like, hey man, we ain't got a lot of time left, bro. Put that shit out.
He's
Get it
definitely
done.
pushed a lot of ideas that I've sat on for years. So I completely understand it's a creative's thinking, you know, ability to think, overthink. So we definitely encourage you and your new projects. Push that music out. You know, don't sit on it too long. You got a support system. Seattle's amazing. You know, you're in the right environment to create. So just keep creating, and we look forward to seeing those projects come out. You know what I'm saying? But you got our support.
Yep.
Yeah, one
Definitely
time for
appreciate
G-Nutty.
it. Hey, let's
One
get it.
time for
I need something to
G-Nutty.
ride to in the car, man. I need that shit.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah, and then
switch
in terms of like engineering and shit, I'm always working on shit. Like,
Okay.
Me and Silk working on shit. I got some shit with B Young, and I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's from like Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where
Okay.
Young Boy's from, but he's based out of here.
Okay.
He's like 20. Young Bull. He's really talented. Yeah, but me and him got a project. I don't know what it's called yet, but
you working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm mixing it as we speak. So
some of the artists that I know from my neck of the woods, man, I'll definitely put them in tune with you to see if we can do some collaborations and stuff like that. And we make some more music happen.
Seattle's Jam Sessions.
Make magic happen.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
Seattle's Jam Sessions coming soon.
You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker got a sexy voice on it.
I got to put it. I got to do the intros and the interludes. I'm setting it up.
Dr. Love. Seattle's Jam Sessions
coming soon. All right. Well, one time for G-Nutty again.
Yeah.
2 times. 2 times. All right, so now, you're putting this team together, right?
Friends.
Super friends. And now we want to talk about my guy, Ivan.
Man, that's also my bread and butter, man. He's multi-talented. This man does everything. He sings, he dances, he shoots videos, takes pictures, and he's just a vibe, bro. Any room that this man walks into, I forgot about that, all that, huh? Any room this man walks into, he's light, man, anytime. So, I definitely want to bring him on here and talk more a little light on his music
literally
journey,
running the show right now.
He's running the show right now.
Hey man,
He
figure
does
out
it
a
all.
way
I'm
to
trying to
ass
tell
around
y'all,
that
tap
microphone,
in.
that camera, and all that shit.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I don't know if my dog can help me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. With the assist from BZ.
Yeah.
She hopped up too quick. Thank you.
Yeah,
She couldn't wait. Get his ass over
get
there.
his ass on camera real quick.
Oh, you good? I got your back. Okay.
So while Ivan, swaps off real quick and gets prepared to get sat in the hot seat, how did you start pushing Ivan to do music? How did you get him to that point? I mean, he's already doing music, obviously.
Call him to the studio too.
Yeah, same thing. Honestly, he had a song he made music, like he had a song he released before I even really got with him with the music stuff, and he played it for me, and I was like, bro, where's the rest of your music at? How long ago did you drop this? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh no, it's just something fun. I was like, nah, it's not fun. Like you need to get in there. So that's pretty much how it happened. I got him in the booth with Silk, or at the studio session.
To the stage.
Hey. Ivan, a.k.a. IV.
IV.
Yeah. Glad you can sit in the hot seat, man.
Yeah.
So,
here.
we putting this beautiful story together about Seattle and how she's really bringing the creatives in her ecosystem, as I like to use, and creating these Seattle Jam Sessions. So, now we got Ivan, in the mix, and so he's already been doing music, right? You've already been doing music.
Man, I hate it's like the artists in the room all said.
Oh,
it's
now
such
this is Swiss Army knife.
It's
for
such
real.
a cloudy. It's such a cloudy space. It's such a cloudy space. And yes, so a part-time artist. Man,
No, you're an artist. Don't say
Yeah,
part-time. You're an
yeah,
artist, man. No matter.
I mean, it's so confusing at times for being an artist and just trying to battle with getting money at the same time and real life and passions and talents and hobbies. All that stuff can get all messed up. But yes, I'm from Cleveland, was doing music, what I'm saying, for a minute now. And I can sit here and tell y'all to the cameras, I never really took it serious. And I say it's because I don't have a lot of Seattles in my corner. Even growing up in Cleveland, I believe if I'd have had a Seattle back in, back when I started, the story may be different. It may be different because, let's be all honest. It takes a team. It takes a whole supportive. She finding talent out of school. Who knows? He could have been tapped into this. So God makes no mistakes. I believe divine timing is what it is, and I believe it wasn't my time then. Maybe it wasn't his time then. So it's just so confusing. I ain't gonna talk to him.
You are supposed to talk.
Man, you preaching right now.
I'm just being
saying some good words, bro.
The biggest thing, Ivan, man, is we completely understand. It is God's timing, and there's so many, the game and the industry has changed so much. There's so many more opportunities, to be honest. There was a lot of gatekeeping back in. I interned in music, so I learned from the gatekeepers, essentially, and I knew how difficult it was back then. And especially when you're doing music, and whether you're picking rock, pop, R&B, rap, whatever it is, it's always these extra stepping stones that you have to go through, trial and error. So, for you, I can understand how I've shared the same story. I've gone through my journey as a creative, going down different directions. So, sometimes there's uncertainties and things like that, but ultimately, the biggest thing is not to give up, you know what I'm saying? Because there's an opportunity waiting. As much content as you shoot, there's always an opportunity for you to seed your music on that content. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same on every entrepreneurial jersey, man. Every business owner has failed 4 or 5, 6 times. So during that same process, you pick yourself back up, and either you're gonna quit, or you're gonna do something else, or you're gonna continue to figure out another way to reinvent yourself and pivot. But that's what you're doing with yourself. You're still trying to figure it out. Everybody's chasing cash. Everybody got to live. Everybody got to pay these bills that happen every day because they don't stop. So you continue to just build on what you're doing, but also if you figure out a lane, if you feel comfortable in it, chase that dream, chase that, be competent in that arena, and champion shit and go that direction. Continue to move that way.
Also, too, the biggest thing is you do have more Seattles now. You know what I'm saying? It took a little time, but you got Beezy that's right here. You have Seattle, myself, Curtis. You know, you got Sin City Thriller. You know, you got a bunch of
on your back,
Hardin.
Bro.
You got a bunch of.
See, y'all saying that it's crazy. Like, I'm starting to really like feel like, you know, it's one thing people could talk all day, talk. But one thing I can sit here and say, all my people around me, they show action. Like, I can't sit here and say nobody in this room have not yet told me that, nigga, you dope, bruh. Like, nigga, we gotta get you right. And they showed up for me. So it's like, damn, man, can I really do this?
Yeah.
It's making me think when I'm by myself, I'm like, I think I can get this a shot, you know? So that's, you saying that it's honest truth.
Well,
like,
the other part about it too is, again, things have changed. So there's so many different ways. What you got to do, what you are doing, is you're getting in a room full of creatives and we brainstorm. You know, the Seattle Jam sessions could be, you know, just a creative session for everybody. Like, that's really been one of the biggest reasons why I've been super excited about Translation Media and just obviously the conversations I've had with Seattle, I've had with Kate, I've had it with BA. I've literally had it with anybody that has an ear and want to listen, is how do we get together and just create opportunities? And just having this opportunity to be in Jardin with Translation Media on the TV screens and really just having the conversation about how we can come together and really support each other is the first step. And, you know, a lot of us are implanted here, so we come from communities. So it's like, and I'm not saying Vegas doesn't have one. It's just that when you are in a smaller market, because if you take the Strip out, and I say this all the time, you remove the Strip, there's only 3 million people here. You know, so how much exposure are they really getting? And if you've ever been from a smaller town like a Cleveland and Indianapolis, you know, even in some cases San Jose or the Bay. The Bay I wouldn't say, because the Bay has had more opportunity, but like you hear all the stories about us coming from these places and having to leave to find opportunities. So Vegas in a nutshell doesn't get that opportunity, you know, if they're not aligned with Strip activities. So we got to amplify what's going on in the community. One of the most amazing things about Jardin is off the Strip. So when you come into town, you got people, anytime somebody comes off the Strip to come to where you at, you're doing something right.
Facts.
That's how I feel, because being here for almost 10 years, it's one of those situations where it's like, well, why would I leave? I got everything on the Strip. I can go here to do this. I can do, you know, I can do everything on the Strip. Now people are starting to venture out. The city's starting to grow, and we have all these dope creatives that have been here, going to school at UNLV. You know, we've walked through and did our tour, people that's been here for 5 to 8 years, you know, moving through different positions through Jardin. Just goes to show how much of a testament, how deeply rooted Jardin is into the community amongst everybody else, you know, in the competitive lane, you know, and then just the ideas that we've shared off camera about where Jardin wants to go with the brand, you know, so there's opportunity for you. You know, you just have to fine tune it. It's not just that traditional path. Like I brought up the internship. The internship was a traditional path. It's like, oh, I got to go live in New York and make no money. You know, I got to thug it out and, you know, catch the subway over here. It's hot as hell. I got to go sit in this meeting for free. You know what I'm saying? So, and hope that somebody give me a job. You know, and that's, now it's different. You got streaming platforms, you got brand activations. There's so many opportunities. So don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You just got to fine tune and kind of evolve what the sound is. And that go for Silk, G-Nutty, that go for everybody. You know, everything that we doing is all the opportunity to brand. You know, so I just wanted to leave that on all of y'all, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yeah, what he said.
Right, he got all the right words to say.
Oh, listen, man, it's all a vibe. It's all a vibe. So, and I appreciate y'all, but seriously, like we, you know, Translation Media, we really, really mean it. You know, me and Kurt have countless conversations. I have to give him his flowers because of all of the things he's juggling, and he finds time to push me. And I don't get me wrong, like I'm very aggressive and assertive in certain things, but I get spread thin. So then, you know, something might get spread thin over here, and Kurt like, hey, What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Got you, bro. You know, so we all, I say that to say is we all doing that for each other. Yeah. So the more relationships we build and having this understanding, because not everybody can sit at the table with us, but there is an opportunity for a table, you know, for you to sit at the table if you align with what we're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody in this room is. So we just want to make sure that we say that on camera, and we amplify the voices. So that was the reason why we did a part 2, because after we got finished with Seattle's interview, it was like, oh man, we left out a super important piece of what you do, and that's artist management. And then we was able to understand who she has in her wheelhouse. Yeah. You know, so now we get a chance to see that, and we get an opportunity to support that.
She's so dope, dog. Dope. I couldn't praise her enough. Like, I'm talking about, she got me by my ear, like, dog, like blowing my phone up. Like, I'm like, dog, it's not even that serious. She's like, no, it is that serious. Like, I'm like, you know what?
That's
just go. Yeah.
It is that serious.
It is that serious. But you know what it is? I think, man, I don't know. I think you got like a little sweet spot for her because she a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And I think that's why I feel like women run shit. Women get shit done. God. They get shit done, though. I don't know, man.
We heard it's 80% like, women in here.
Listen, I don't know what it is because I can't let my dog down. I can't, you know. So shout out to my dog. We appreciate you.
Of course, bro. I believe in you, man.
It ain't just any woman, though.
It ain't. No, it's the right one.
It's the right one. So, yeah, because, I mean, you know, you can have a bunch of people around you, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. if you're not aligned, it's not working. You know, so
there's a blood-sucking leech.
Yeah, exactly. Energy draining.
Yeah, energy draining.
It's a reason why Jardin is the #1 and gets all the awards and have 80%.
Because y'all got the right one.
Must be doing something right in here.
You got the right one, baby.
Must be doing something right in here. But no, man, it's been fun. You know, again, I'm encouraging Seattle to really just champion this jam session. Mm-hmm. It sounds like it's gonna be in February.
We're gonna make it happen now.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be coming up real soon.
Soon. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll get Jardin in there and really just vibe out. Yeah, you know, I got some wonderful products.
Y'all gonna be getting texts from me like 10 minutes after leaving here because my brain's already going. So
our brain's already moving too.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
That's why they all get it. You ask all 3 of them right now. I text them at random hours of the day, early in the morning, paragraphs like this is what we need to do. I have this idea, like, and these fools don't reply to me sometimes because I know they get tired of my bullshit.
I'll be the same way.
G-Nutty been on it recently though because I really been on his head. I'll pull up on him. Yeah. Silk though, I need Silk. He ignores my ass. I'll call him 4 or 5 times, bro. Did you not see my text? Did you not see my text? We're doing this. Let's get this done.
That's
and then Ivy, I need you to meet me and Silk here. Both these fools don't answer. I'm like, come on, y'all. Now I gotta drag y'all out the house.
That's a leader there.
I gotta go with some offers. I'll feed y'all. Spoke out.
There you go.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell anybody. Hey, you ain't gotta tell everybody.
On the flip,
about a bottle shit.
You want to get a man to move, you got to talk their language. I got some food. You feel me? You know, like, I even probably like, damn, I have been working on.
Listen, I can't tell you the secrets how to get me to move.
I could use a plate.
She out here spreading the sauce on how to get my attention. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's how you do it. You got to know your team. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's been a pleasure. This has been a dope episode. You know, I'm looking forward to part 3. We got to figure out the part 3.
We got more people. It's gonna go.
Yeah, she didn't show it up late, so now
shout out to my dog.
Yeah, you got to get big.
Shout out to my dog, BZ.
Since you want to slide in here all
one, not the 2.
Like we weren't gonna say nothing on camera. But anyway,
come on now. Episode 3, we got BZ. We locking that in.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. But that jam session got to happen.
Yeah. Oh shit, we can do that all in one. Jam
Don't be shy. We're gonna get everybody on this.
We're like BZ getting the booth too.
I like that.
We'll get BZ in the booth too. Let's see what she got.
You got something in the booth?
Come on.
I don't know. They know about that.
Yeah. Not trying, we're doing it now.
For sure.
Jardin sounds. So y'all hear how she sounds on Jardin sounds.
Oh, if y'all didn't know, if y'all heard our tag, it's the signature Jardin sound. I can't do it.
That's her.
I can't do it. I don't know if she want to bless us with it real quick. I mean,
hit us with the Jardin sound.
She ain't got to be on camera to do it.
Grab the mic.
She ain't got to be on camera. My dog. But if y'all didn't know, yes, BZ is the signature sound of Jardin sound.
Who do the visual?
Shit.
Some
dude.
Who do the visual?
IV.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you guys. This is great.
No doubt,
everything you guys are doing for the community, man, it's dope. And we're just going to keep working together, you know. Unity in numbers, man, and what you guys are doing, I think it's so important.
Absolutely.
For the culture, for the community, for the people who need this, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you blessing us with the squad and really giving us an insight on what you got going on. you have our full support.
Appreciate that.
And yeah, you know, let's continue to really build what we talked about on camera, all the things we talk about off camera. That's what Translation Media is about. I'm Nick Bean. I'm my co-host.
Find us on all social media platforms, podcast platforms, YouTube, all that shit.
Like, subscribe, follow, all the things.
Also, we got to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Meta H2O. And we also want to give another shout out to our new sponsor,
Jardin.
For letting us come up here and post.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us,
Translation
man.
Media continue to move in the community, man. Check us out, tune in, man. We're going to show love to everybody, man. We showing love today,
yes,
baby.
We'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
Come get some of this love.
Peace out.